From dancehall to convicted murderer and now a free man, love him or hate him, there's one thing for sure. Vybz Kartel is a legend in Jamaica music history. But how did a youth from Waterford became the most controversial and celebrated dancehall artist of our time? Vybz Kartel's story is one of controversy, resilience, and an unbreakable connection to music. But what really happened? How did a man once sentenced to life in prison made a historic comeback? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the rise, fall, and rise again of Vybz Kartel. What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. We have all talked about Vybz Kartel, the Worl Boss, the king of dancehall, the man who dominated the airwaves even from behind bars. But beyond the public persona and the sensational headlines, there's a whole other layer to Adidja Palmer, a complex figure whose ambition extended far beyond the recording booth. Today, we're diving into the secret life of Vybz Kartel, exploring the business empire he built, the controversies that shadowed him, and how he maintained his reign even while incarcerated. This is a story of strategic brilliance, relentless drive, and the profound impact of one of Jamaica's most enigmatic figures. So, who is Vybz Kartel? Born Adidja Palmer on January 7th, 1976, Vybz Kartel grew up in the tough community of Waterford in Portmore, St. Catherine, Jamaica. From an early age, music was his escape, and by age 11, he wrote his first lyrics, influenced by artists like Papa San and Ninja Man. Kartel was determined to make his mark. He started his career under the name Adidja, paying homage to dancehall legend Buju Banton. But it wasn't until he joined forces with Bounty Killer that his career skyrocketed. It was under Bounty Killer's mentorship that Kartel sharpened his lyrical skills and took over dancehall with tracks like Picture This, Tech, and Summertime. By early 2000s, Kartel was dominating Jamaican airwaves with hits like Clarks, Ramping Shop, and Summertime. His lyrics were provocative, his style unmatched, and his influence stretched far beyond music, shaping fashion, slang, and even social movement like the Gaza Empire. By the mid-2000s, Kartel was more than just a dancehall artist. He was a cultural force. He started his own label, Portmore Empire, launching the careers of artists like Popcorn, Sean Storm, and Gaza Slim. The Gaza movement was born, and Vybz Kartel became the unofficial king of dancehall. But, as they say, with fame comes controversy, and Kartel was no exception. His lyrics often courted backlash, accusing him of promoting violence, multiple partnership, lewd sex, and homophobia. Yet, his fans saw him as a voice of the streets, unfiltered and unapologetic. Before his legal troubles, Vybz Kartel wasn't just a prolific artist. He was a shrewd entrepreneur with a vision to build an empire. He understood the power of his brand and leveraged it to create multiple income streams that went far beyond selling records. Many might remember his foray into the alcoholic industry with his Street Vybz rum. This wasn't just an endorsement, it was a partnership with the businessman Corey, strategically launching alongside popular weekly events at Asylum nightclub, which Todd owned and became the home of Street Vybz Thursday. This was about direct community engagement and consumption. Then there was the infamous cake soap. While initially a common household item in every Jamaican home, Kartel's controversial claim about using it to bleach his skin turned into a cultural phenomenon. He capitalized on this by launching his own line of skin lightening products, sparking a huge debate about colorism in Jamaica, but also making some crazy money from the product. His business acumen extended to fashion with his Vybz Kartel shoes line, leveraging the cultural impact of his hit song Clarks. He also ventured into condoms with Daggering Condom, a nod to a popular dancehall dance move. These weren't just side hustles, they were carefully branded extensions of his persona and influence. And let's not forget his groundbreaking reality TV show, Teacher's Pet. This was a major move, putting dancehall culture directly onto the screens in mainstream Jamaica and beyond, showing his personal life and interaction, further solidifying his connection with fans. This entire period showcased a man not just recording music, but systematically building a multi-million-dollar brand. But the secret life of Vybz Kartel wasn't just about business success. It was also shrewd in controversies that often blurred the line between his art and his personal actions. His skin lightening tone, which he attributed to cake soap and air conditioning, ignited a massive debate about skin bleaching and self-perceptions in Jamaica. While he famously denied actively bleaching, his promotion of the products associated with it made him a central figure in this contentious discussion. And as they say, with fame comes controversy. So he became known not just for his lyrics and his musics, but for his clashes and lyrical feuds, often referred to as lyrical war. These were a staple of dancehall, and Kartel was a master of this. His rivalry with Mavado in particular created the Gully versus Gaza divide that at times regrettably spilled over into the real world of violence between fans and supporters. This forced the intervention of high-ranking police and even the Prime Minister to broker peace talk. While part of the culture, the intensity of these feuds often raised questions about their impact on the youth. Before his final incarceration, Kartel had numerous brushes with the law, including drug charges that were later dropped. These incidents, though not always leading to convictions, contributed to a public perception of him as a figure living on the edge, constantly pushing boundaries both lyrically and personally. These moments added layers to his secret life, hinting at aspects beyond the carefully crafted public image. Then, in 2011, things took a dark turn. Kartel was arrested and charged for the murder of his associate, Clive Lizard Williams. The trial became one of Jamaica's most high-profile cases, with prosecutors relying on digital evidence like text messages and witness testimonies. After a highly publicized trial that lasted over 60 days, in 2014, he was found guilty of the murder of Clive Lizard Williams, and he was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 35 years. Many fans were devastated. Others questioned the integrity of the trial. The prosecution's case was heavily based on text messages and voice notes allegedly taken from Kartel's phone. But there were reports of evidence tampering, missing metadata, and corrupt practice during the investigation. Most would assume that this would be the end of an empire, but Vybz Kartel had no plans to fade away. The most baffling thing was his ability to continue dominating the dancehall scene from prison. For 13 years, new music was released constantly, often weekly, sometimes even daily. Fans and critics alike wondered, how was he recording in prison? How he managed to stay relevant. But behind bars, Kartel defied expectations, releasing over 50 songs. Songs like Fever, Any Weather, Thank You Jah, and albums like King of the Dancehall and Tutanisha. His music remained a cultural force, proving that even prison couldn't silence the Worl Boss. He remained one of the most streamed Jamaican artists globally, proving that not even prison could silence him. His influence never waned. He was featured on international platforms, worked with artists like Busta Rhymes and Major Lazer, and continued to shape the sound of modern dancehall. His team consistently stated that Kartel was a prolific artist, recording thousands of songs before his arrest. This vast unleashed catalog was reportedly drip-fed to the public by his management and producer, creating an illusion of constant new recording. Many believe that this is the primary source of his post-incarceration output. More controversial rumors persisted that Kartel found ways to record voice notes from inside the prisons, sending them out to be developed into full tracks. While denied by prison authorities, the sheer volume and contemporary nature of some lyrics led many to speculate about illicit access to recording devices or even ghostwriters crafting lyrics that mirrored his style. This remains one of the greatest secrets of his time in prison. But beyond the music, his team meticulously managed his social media presence, keeping his name and the Gaza brand alive. They would post old photos, new lyrics, and engage with fans, ensuring that his influence didn't wane. He continued to shape trends, create slangs, and remain a central figure in dancehall conversations, proving that even behind bars, his mind was still active in the music business. This ability to command attention and maintain cultural relevance while incarcerated is truly unprecedented in music history. Yet, questions lingered. Supporters claimed the trial was flawed, citing juror misconduct. After appeals, the conviction stood for years, and it seems like Kartel's reign was over. Then in March 2024, the United Kingdom Privy Council overturned his conviction, citing legal errors. And on July 31st, 2024, after 13 years, Vybz Kartel walked free. His recent acquittal marked the start of a new chapter in his extraordinary life. He is now a free man, battling health issues, but with an undeniably opportunity to fully reactivate his empire. Kartel wasted no time reclaiming his throne. Within months, he launched a rum brand, Straight Vybz, and headlined the historic Freedom Street concert in Jamaica. His first performance in 13 years, fans flooded the streets, proving his legacy was untouchable. He even hinted at new music, teasing tracks like Fire Vibes, and secured collaborations with artists like Drake and Cardi B. The dancehall icon was back and louder than ever. But his story isn't just about music, it's about resilience. Kartel's journey forces us to ask, can an artist separate their art from their controversies? And does redemption has a place in dancehall? The secret life of Vybz Kartel, his business acumen, his controversial persona, and his unprecedented ability to release music from prison all contributed to the legend he became. Now, with the physical shackles removed, the world waits to see how this complex figure will redefine his legacy, rebuild his businesses, and reclaim his throne in an industry he never truly left. The story of the Worl Boss is far from over. Vybz Kartel's life reads like a movie. Rags to riches, fame to infamy, prison to freedom. Whether you see him as a criminal or a cultural icon, one thing is clear: his influence is undeniable. His story is one of genius, controversy, loyalty, and resilience. He transformed dancehall music, challenged societal norms, and built a legacy that few can match, even from behind bars. Whether you see him as a hero, a villain, or a misunderstood genius, one thing is certain: Vybz Kartel's story is far from over. So, what is your take on Vybz Kartel's new lease on life? How do you think his empire will evolve now that he's free? What's next for Vybz Kartel? Only time will tell. But if history's anything to go by, the Worl Boss isn't done making headlines. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you were captivated by this in-depth story about the Worl Boss, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your post notification bell so you don't miss my next expose on Caribbean true crimes, celebrity scandals, and trending stories. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.